All right, hey Ricky. To be honest, I had to ask Lainey to show me how to do this, so I'm not an expert. So first, you've got to distribute and combine like terms. So we're going to distribute the x, and I know you already know this. Hang in there with me. And we're going to distribute the 5 and rewrite the whole thing. So x times x is x squared plus 7x plus 5 times x plus 5 times 7, and we still equal 0. Now we combine like terms. So x squared is the only one of its kind, but we do have two regular x's. So if you have 7x's and 5x's, that makes 12x's. So once you get it in this format, x squared plus x with a coefficient plus a regular number equals 0. It has to equal 0. Once you get it squared away like that, you use the quadratic formula. So, per Lainey, the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2 times a. And what it's saying is this one is a, this one is b, and this one is c. So every time there's a b, we're going to write 12. Every time it's a, we're going to write 1 because there's no number here, so we know it's 1. And every time there's a c, we're going to write 35. So negative b, negative 12, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 12 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1 because there's no number there, times c, which is 35. All divided by 2 times a. So push pause, make sure you write it all down, and make sure it matches mine perfectly. And then we'll simplify. So rewrite the whole thing again. I'm running out of room. I should write smaller. I'm going to come up here and rewrite it. I have negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 12 squared is 144 minus 4 times 1 times 35 divided by 2 times 1 is 2. Then I have negative 12 plus or minus square root of 144 minus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 35, I think it's 140. Double check me. Simplify again. Negative 12 plus and minus square root of 144 minus 140 is 4 divided by 2. Then we can simplify again. Hit pause. Don't let me go too fast. Negative 12 plus or minus square root of 4 is 2 divided by 2. Again, I'm out of room. But good news is we're almost done. So you have negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10 divided by 2. And you have negative 12 minus 2, which is negative 14 divided by 2. So your answer, your solution set, is -5 and -7. And Lainey said that was right, because I double checked, because she knows what she's doing. Okay, I'm going to erase all this. You can rewind. I suggest you try D on your own and then come back and see if your answer matches mine. Okay, here's D. This one you didn't have to distribute and simplify. It's already in the form you need, right? This is A, B, and C. So our formula, our magic formula, let me get this out of here. We have -b plus or minus square root of b minus 4ac divided by 2a. So we know this is a 1 because it's not there. So -b plus or minus square root, oh, this should be b squared, 8b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. And then we can simplify. -8 plus or minus square root of 64, 8 squared is 64, minus 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 15 is 60, divided by 2 times 1. -8 plus or minus square root of 4 divided by 2, -8 plus or minus 2 divided by 2. So now you have -8 minus 2 is -10 divided by 2. -8 plus 2 is -6 divided by 2. So your two answers are -5 and -3. Okay, so I had to hit pause and double check my answer with Lainey because I wasn't 100% sure. Just so you know, I was right. I just needed some reassurance. Okay, so again, you have to spread it all out and simplify your expression before and set it equal to 0 before you can do the quadratic. Lainey calls it FOIL method, but we've got x times x and x times 3, oops, and -3 times x and -3 times 3. Then we're going to oh, this should be 3x, sorry. Okay, I'm going to start over. Sorry. X times x, x times 3, -3 times x, -3 times 3. Then you can see right away that these two are going to cancel each other out because it's positive and negative. So you have x squared minus 9 equals 8x. You have to move this 8x to the other side so you can be equal to 0. So minus 8x minus 8x. So you have x squared minus 8x minus 9 equals 0. Now it's familiar, right? Now you can use your quadratic A, B, C. Now Lainey said there's other ways to do it. She said she uses factoring or completing the square. It looks to me like they're wanting you to practice quadratic. So if you solved it using the others, you don't need to practice quadratic unless you do need to practice. And then you might as well do it one more time. I'm going to write the formula because I got to have it in front of me. Negative b plus or minus so when I do my formula, negative b, negative 8 is positive 8. Negative 8 squared minus 4, that's another 1, times 1 times negative 9, divided by 2 times 1. So I have 8 plus or minus negative 8 squared is positive 64 minus 4 times 1 is 4 times negative 9 is negative 36. So minus negative 36. I do this. I say boom, boom. So we have 64 plus 36 is what we have. Right? Because minus a negative. And then you have 2 times 1. So you have 8. 64 plus 36 is 100. So you have 8 minus 10 divided by 2. Sorry, plus or minus. So 8 minus 10 divided by 2, that's negative 2 divided by 2. And 8 plus 10, oops, sorry, is 18 divided by 2. So negative 2 divided by 2 is a negative 1. And positive 18 divided by 2 is a positive 9. I am going to have Lainey double check my final answers because I didn't have her double check that, but I think it's right. I'm going to have Lainey check. So make sure you got the same answers, negative 1 and positive 9.